So, hi guys, my name is Bhasa and I am from Room 05. So for today, for this video, we're going to review the book, The Little Prince. So, The Little Prince is a fable written by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, a French writer and an aviator on the year 1943. This book is one of the most selling book in publishing history. It was translated over 100 languages and has sold some 200 million copies worldwide. Wow. So this book is about a child, the little prince, who traveled the universe gaining wisdom. So for this video, I'm going to tell you the characters, the setting, the plot, and the moral of the story. So let's begin. So the narrator introduces himself as a man who learned that when he was a child, grown-ups lack understanding and imagination. When he was a child, he read this book through stories, and there he saw that boa constrictor eat their prey without swallowing, and they will sleep for 6 months just to digest it. So he wondered, what does it look like when a boa constrictor swallows an elephant? So he drew this one. And then he showed it to the grown-ups and asked, what does it look like? And then they will all answer, it's a hat. But it's not a hat. It's a boa constrictor swallowing an elephant. So he drew this one. He drew this one with a more specific image of what it looks like. But then the grown-ups told him that, don't bother about your drawing anymore. So the man is now a pilot who crash-landed in the Sahara Desert. He has no companion with him, so he's the only one to fix his plane. So while fixing his plane, a little boy with a golden hair approached him. Will you draw a lamb for me? But then the narrator, just looked at him with amazement. And he thought it was just a dream or it was unreal. So he rubbed his eyes. He immediately stood up. And then he asked the little prince, what are you doing here? But then the little prince replied, will you please draw me a lamb? The man explained that he can't draw because he stopped like this, like that. And the little prince told him, just draw me a lamb. So they become friends. And the little prince started by telling the man that he lives in a planet called B612. It's a planet no bigger than a house. And he has 3 mountains. The 2 are active and 1 is extinct. Every day, after he combs his hair and brushes his teeth, all he has to do is clean the volcanoes and then sweep off the bad seeds. This tiny planet will not be overrun by a baobab. So, one day, this rose sprouted on his planet. And then, the first time the little prince saw her, he fell in love. But at some point, the rose's words does not look true. So, some of them are mixed with lies. So, the little prince realized that. And then, he got sad because he has a rose in his planet, but she's just too much by that time. So the little prince left his planet and started traveling and started exploring, started going to the asteroids next to him, like that. We start off with asteroid 325. Asteroid 325 is a planet with a king. A king who is sitting on a simple yet elegant throne. And when he spotted the little prince, he got excited because now he has someone to rule. He has someone to reign over. While talking about how he became a king and what does he do and things like that, the little prince yawned, and then the king asked him, "Why are you yawning?" "You cannot yawn because I do not command you to yawn." And then the little prince answered him, "I can't help it," like that. And then the king told the little prince, "Okay, I now command you to yawn." And then the little prince cannot just yawn, so he told the king, "I can't just yawn." So the king told the little prince that, "Okay, I command you to sometimes yawn and sometimes not to yawn." So the little prince told himself, "Okay, grown-ups are really very strange." So he decided to leave, and he told the king that he was leaving. He continued his adventure. So he went to the asteroid 326. The prince is now on a planet with a show-off. When the little prince arrived in his planet, the show-off got happy and laughed. And then the prince told the show-off, "You've got a funny hat. Only here like that." So whenever the little prince asks him question, he doesn't answer. But all he has to do is to clap, and the show-off will bow his head. And then he got tired of it, so he decided to leave. The next planet is asteroid B27. Asteroid B27 is the one with a drunkard. He asked the drunkard, "Why do you drink?" And then the drunkard answered him, "To forget." And then he wondered, "To forget what?" And then the drunkard told him, "To forget that I'm ashamed." And then the little prince asked him, "Ashamed of what?" And then the drunkard answered him, "Ashamed of drinking." So the little prince realized that grown-ups are strange. They drink to forget that they are ashamed of drinking. That's strange. And then he continued and went to the planet asteroid B28. Asteroid with a businessman. When he walked in, unlike the other, they do not recognize him as soon as he stepped. No. This businessman was so busy. He is so busy counting the stars. So he's trying to count 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. And then the little prince asked him, "What are you doing?" And then he will answer, but in between of the numbers. And then they talk. And then the businessman told him, "This has only been the 3rd time that I have been interrupted." The businessman is busy counting the stars because he told the little prince that he owns the star. The prince asked him why. "Why do you own the star?" "The king told me that." And before he even finished, the businessman told him, "No, the king reigns over, but I own them." So the little prince told him, "How do you own them?" So the businessman told him that, "I count it every day, and then I put it in a paper. I put it in a paper and put it in a bank." And then he owned the stars. So the little prince realized that grown-ups are really strange. So, he wandered off and continued. So, he now went to this small planet, enough for a lamplighter and a lamppost. The lamplighter's job is to turn on and off the lamppost. But then the dusk and the dawn occurs there every once in a minute. So every minute, he has to turn off the light and he has to turn on the light. And then the little prince realizes that, oh, I like how the lamplighter is committed to his job. He realized that it's not big enough for him to stay there. So he started traveling again. The next destination he got to is an asteroid with a geographer. The geographer has made a big book, and then the little prince asked him, "What is your job?" And then the geographer told him, "My job is to record things like this, the oceans, the mountains, valley." So the little prince asked him, "Do you have any oceans here in your asteroid?" The geographer told him, "No, I haven't seen my asteroid. I only hear from those who travel far and walk through here. At first, I have to write them with pencil. And then they have to go back to their discoveries and bring back an evidence to the geographer." The geographer started to write in a pen. So the geographer asked the little prince, "So can you tell me more about your asteroid?" But then the little prince told him, "No, my asteroid is not that much. I only have one rose and I'm sorry." So the little prince asked him, "Do you record flowers too?" And then the geographer answered, "No, because flowers are ephemeral." So what is ephemeral? Ephemeral means they are not long lasting. They do not last forever. They live for a short span of time. So the little prince realizes, "Oh no, my flower do not live for a long time." So he started missing his flower. But then, to continue, he asked the geographer, "Where do you prefer me to go?" And then the geographer answered, "Earth." So he went to Earth. At first, he landed in a desert, and the only thing he saw there is a snake. A snake that is... He continued exploring. So he went through this garden. It's a garden filled with rose. He got unhappy because his rose told him that she is unique and that she is only one of her kind. So he got sad. So he continued, he went up a mountain, and then he saw a fox. The fox told him that he first have to tame the fox so that they will be source of each other's joy, and that they will have and that they will be unique to each other. When the little prince has to go, he told the fox that he was going, and then the fox told him that this is my secret. So this is my secret. It's very simple. You only see clearly with your heart. The most important things in life are invisible to the eyes. So that's what the fox told the little prince, and it was so inspiring. It was so much more. He followed with this. What makes your rose important is it is your rose. She is your rose. She is the one you talk to. She's the one you watered. She's the one you covered. And the little prince realized that, oh yeah, that's the thing that made her unique. He is responsible for his rose. And it's been their 8th day on the desert. And then the man, the narrator, the pilot, has run out of water. So they went off to find a well. And then when they saw a well, it was an old well, like a village well. He got it, he drank, and then the prince told him, "I'm thirsty, let me have a drink." And then so the pilot gave the little prince a drink. And he realized that it's a sweet moment. And then the little prince told the pilot that you have to keep your promise. The pilot drew a muzzle for his lamb as he promised. And then the little prince told him, "You have work to do now. Go fix your plane. Come back for me tomorrow night." There's a wall where the little prince is sitting and then with his feet swinging. He was talking to someone, but the pilot was too far to hear what they're talking about. But what happens there is that the little prince is talking to the snake so that he can come back to his planet, because he is the one responsible for his rose. So, after they talk about their business, the little prince told the snake to go now because he cannot go down. The pilot glanced at the ground and then he saw a yellow snake that can kill you in 30 seconds. He got his pistol and he raced over, but when he made a sound, the snake immediately goes away. So the pilot hugged the little prince, and then he told the little prince that he got the muzzle for his lamb. And then the little prince smiled, but he looked sad. They are talking again, and the little prince laughed. And then the pilot told him to, "Will you please laugh again?" And then every time the little prince speak, he laughed. And this way, people have stars, but they're not all the same. For those who travel, the stars are guides. For others, they are nothing but little lights. For others who are scientists, they are problems. For my businessman, they were gold. Those stars are all silent, but you will have stars that are completely different. And then the pilot asked him, "What do you mean?" And then the little prince answered, "It will be different because when you look at them, you'll be hearing me laugh." The pilot this way. "And when you have found consolation, as people always do, you will be glad to have known me. You will always be my friend. You want to laugh with me, and sometimes you will open your window just like that for the pleasure. And your friends will be astonished to see you looking at the sky and laughing. Then you'll say to them, 'Yes, the stars always make me laugh.' And they'll think you're mad. What a mischievous trick I have played on you." And then he laughed again and he became serious and solemn. "Tonight, don't come," he told the pilot. He doesn't want the pilot to come because it was the night where the snake is going to beat him so he can go back to his planet. Pilot cannot stand not seeing the prince live, so he just watched the little prince getting bit by a snake on his ankle, and he falls soundlessly on the sand. The narrator ended this book by showing the picture of the landscape. If ever we went to that desert and we saw a little guy with a golden hair, we should update him. So that's the ending of the story. So, my favorite part of this book is when the fox is comforting the little prince. When he told the little prince that you can only see clearly with your heart, that the most important things in life is invisible to the eyes. So that has an impact. That, like love is important, and you cannot see love with your eyes. You can feel it with your heart. So, I love this book. I actually read this book for the 5th time. And then, I also watched the movie already, but it was far different with this one. So, I recommend you guys to read this because this will help you see how important one thing is. That you have to give importance to one thing, especially when it's your responsibility. And that you have to be responsible enough for your planet. You will learn a lot while reading this book. It will bring you lessons, life learning lessons. Also, I agree with what the writer said that grown-ups are strange. Grown-ups are strange. That they always need explanation. You always have to explain to them. Unlike the children, they have wide imagination. They have deeper understanding of one thing. Like when a kid made an elephant Lego. It doesn't really look like an elephant, so the grown-ups will always ask the child, "What's that?" And then you will only see the Lego as an elephant when the kid explained it to you. Always remember to be understanding and imaginative. So, what I learned about 21st century is that when we discuss about the prose and poetry, because in that way, I have learned the different genre. I have learned the different parts. I also have learned the era where this genre originated, and that's my favorite thing. Because me, I also write poem, but not as poetic as the other poets, but I also write. And then, I have learned a lot in my 21st century class. Some has helped me in my personal life, and also I have learned the literary approaches to help me analyze some things in life. So again, this book is a fable written by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry in the year 1943, and the book is nice. I recommend everyone to read this book because this will teach you lessons. This will be able to help you recognize the important things in life. So that's all. So that's it. That's all I can share with you guys. I thank you for watching this and hope you read this book. It's nice.